Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Naraka Blade Point Morus Cup. We are live for Season 2's semifinals. We'll be determining this week who gets over to next week, where they'll be competing for their slice of $10,000 as well as a spot at the December Grand Finals. I'm Nathanius. You know me. You know Odin. Odin's here to keep dropping it hot on the mic, but we have back from last season finals. Dobby has come over to bring some excellent commentary to our matches, and I'll be asking you guys how your days are in just a second. For any RuneKeeper fans out there, he'll be back with us for the trios today. We've got more awesome peeps contributing and being a part of this awesome show, so just happy to be able to expand the family a little bit. Dobby, how are you doing, man? Excited about today?
I am so stoked. I'm happy to be back. Thank you guys for having me back. I'm excited to see who's hungry today, because there's a lot of people shooting to get to the finals, and I'm excited to see who's hungry enough to get in that top leaderboard. I'm excited. I'm ready. Are you ready?
Bringing the energy as always, my man. And Odin, I know you're feeling good. Talk to me. How are we looking getting into the semis today?
Man, after last week, the format change and how explosive those games were, like every single game was down to so few players by the middle of the second zone. It was chaos all throughout. I'm super excited about the games that we're going to see today, because I know it's going to be more of the same with the confidence level going up. And I've watched a ton of new stuff come out over the last week, just since the last tournament. It seems like everybody's just leveled up tremendously since that last game. That new blood sport mode that came out, the 1v1, really bringing people together to just hone their combat skills.
Like the hyperbolic timekeeper.
Exactly.
That's right. And of course, worth mentioning, as you just mentioned, Odin, for Season 2 of the Morus Cup, we have another season next month and the finals in December. But we're not just iterating. Of course, the game isn't just getting updates. We are too. The format did change going into Season 2, and we're going to take a look at that right now. So for anybody curious, we still have tons of players that are competing. The top 18 from each lobby moved forward to today, where we are in the semifinals. Now, some of the players, some of the teams, they actually qualified by making it deep in the finals of last season. So if you didn't see them last week, you're going to notice we're bringing in some more of those heavy hitters today. They're competing for those top 60 spots to go for the $10,000 prize for solos. There's a $10,000 prize for trios as well, and that spot in the finale in December. But the most important part, we'll just go over this. For the scoring, you no longer have a huge difference in terms of base points for the finishing position. So it's going to be a little bit less motivated towards, ratting out, as they say, or hiding from the other players. But the further up that you finish placement, the higher multiplier is added to all of the kills that you acquire through the whole game, which is to say that the going for the kills is so much more valuable than just making it deep, because the difference between 7th and 8th or 6th is pretty much non-existent, other than whether or not you have a lot more kills than the other players, which, as you were saying, Odin, we had people getting really aggressive because of this last week. There was no more 20 teams in the final circle all fighting over that last spot. We've had some real arena-style matches, right?
No more ratting. There's so many complaints about that, but, honestly, taking those fights early when everybody's not geared to the teeth, so you have higher confidence in winning that fight, and then picking your battles throughout is way more important now. So just getting to the end and trying to steal a kill and snowball from there is not quite as viable. It's still a decent strategy. We saw a couple people try. We actually saw one person get pretty far despite being pretty passive early on in the game. Quickly, we'll just talk about the points for anybody who wasn't able to catch the games or didn't catch the scoreboards. We're taking a look over here. We had Rose coming out with an absolutely astronomical 35 points from Lobby D, taking place 1. Ski taking place 1 from Lobby A with 21 points. Tryhard taking first place in Lobby B with 20.1 points, and that comes in to the multiplier with the placement points that we talked about. And Ketsu coming in first place in Lobby C with 15.3 points. So those are the players that we're going to keep our eyes on today. Dobby, I think you're going to love these games today, man. The chaos got cranked up to an 11. Are you ready for some high kill games?
I'm excited. Bring it on. I know I've heard Rose. I remember coming through her stream saying what's up. And she was a finalist from last season. She did a fantastic job. I mean, we saw her absolutely clutch some insane points and some insane eliminations. So I'm excited to see how she pulls it off today.
Yeah, there's going to be a ton of action, absolute madness. Like we were saying, we were able to get to some of those later circles where there was still a bit more room, but a lot less players. And that makes, I think it makes it a lot more dynamic, right? Those final fights become a little bit bigger. They have more time to play around the positioning. We had a couple of late game 1v1s in the solos last week. Odin, do you expect, I guess, a similar flow to come in with some of the stuff that you've been following over the last week?
Yeah, thinking about one of the big ones that came up last week, the 1v1 that kind of came down in game 2 that we watched was one of the craziest fights that we've seen, I think, of all time. And it comes down to the fact that there was more space. It was this huge open field where normally we would have seen like 16 players still alive. It was a 1v1 with all the space in the world to work with, and it turned into this crazy extended duel. I'm sure we're going to see more stuff like that. But thinking back to like the week 1 and week 2 of first season, when there were 16 people alive in this tiny little circle, and it was just nobody
it was
could
nuts.
even
It
make
was
heads or
chaos.
tail of what was happening. Totally different game.
Yeah, and chaos will definitely be ensuing shortly. You up to the task coming in now, getting to do some casting, Dobby? It's going to be a wild day of games, man.
Listen. Y'all know I'm ready for this, but also at the same time, y'all know what I want. Y'all know what I want coming out of these games. I want to see some parries. That's all I ever want to see when it comes to this game. I want to see somebody get knocked down and their spear this way. And it's like, you just caught me slipping. I want to see that. I want to see more parries because we saw a lot of it in the finals. So I want to see more of it during this one. Let's do it.
Getting
Dobby,
into
you're the prediction master with every single time that we've done. Well, I mean, we only did the final with you, but you were right on, I think, just about everything. Like eerily so. You came down to the exact point.
The trios
what are we gonna
one
see?
was so close. The trios one was so close. I think the crazy thing about semifinals is that it's so like it's such a hectic time knowing there's so many players shooting for the top 10 spots, and it's like, all right, like there's so many things that it's like it's gonna be hard to be able to dictate like what's happening. Usually in finals is a little easier because then at least I've seen some of these people gameplay and how they run and how they do things, like how we see with Avocado, how we've seen with Verse and a couple of other like really, really incredible players. But with 240 people in these lobbies, that's a lot of people. It's gonna be hard
come on, I still want
anything.
Just give me something. Who's gonna take first in our first game? Give me like a highest kill number, something for the Twitch people to bet on.
All right. I feel like
what's top kills? What's top kills?
The pressure, putting the pressure on him.
I feel like 13. I feel like somebody's gonna be
13.
Somebody's dropping 13 kills. I feel it.
Oh,
right.
Twitch, we're gonna have to get some. We're gonna have to see whether or not Twitch chat agrees, yes or no, on that. 13 kills.
Somebody's going off. Listen.
Right.
Either somebody's gonna ult, grab a couple of hands, and just or it could be setting some people on fire. You never know. Somebody can get like a really nice crossbow. Listen, all you need is the big storm, and like that's it. Everybody's like, "What you gonna do? Huh? I'm sitting in this storm. I'm fine. Y'all the ones that screwed."
I love it. I love the bans. We were talking a little bit last week about how, we've got, of course, updates and stuff that are happening to the game over the course of these periods of time. We didn't have Valda available for the finals of last season. We talked about maybe some of the roles that she would take place last week, but is it still too soon for people to be breaking her out, Odin, or was perhaps someone maybe going to surprise us today?
We were surprised to see less of her than we expected, but at the same time, it's like, when a new champ releases in another game, if the meta isn't like League of Legends, of course we talk about that. If people aren't confident enough in that character's ability and they're not just like clearly broken, that character won't necessarily show up, because even though their kit may be useful, people aren't really sure how it fits into the meta, and they're so set with their strategy and they're so confident in what they've got currently working that they don't want to mix it up, especially teams that have been winning. That's a working formula. You don't want to change it up when there's no reason to. So who knows? We might see her.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's find out, gentlemen. I'm going to hand it over to you. Get ready for the cast, and we'll start off our first game of solos. Good luck.
Thanks, Nate. Dobby, you ready for this? I know you. I see you dancing over there. I know you're ready.
Let's make it hot. Let's make it hot. I'm so excited. Being back after the finals and how insane those games were, how people were playing it early, and then seeing the amount of people that were going absolutely off during those final circles. I want to see that again. I know in terms of semis, it's a little bit different. A lot of people are playing a little more passive. They're kind of being careful just in case, because you never know. You might get something really good off first drop. And, you know, things might be looking good, but I don't know. Odin, how you feeling?
I'm feeling like I'm not surprised at all to see some fights already breaking out over at Winery and Celestra. The two hot spots of the first drops in solos. Kind of surprised to see some people all the way to the northeast, like where Leo spawned. Not a lot of loot up exactly there, but I guess maybe just the spawn point didn't give him the chance to drop all the way at the tip. But of course, we know Celestra always going to be a hot spot at the start as long as it's available. And even if it's not, people just spawn near it and run over because it's got the best, some of the best loot and some of the best positions for like quests, bounties, shops. It's a great spot.
I'm already seeing two names right here that were in finals from last time. Me, and I'm seeing Jaxie already. I went through and said what's up to Jaxie and told him good luck and, you know, I hope they play well because, you know, they were a heavy contender last season. So I'm excited to see. And Q Taco is back in the building. Yes,
we just saw him fighting with somebody. Nobody down just yet, but I mean, we just saw him getting into a fight. Actually, it looks like one person did die. Didn't quite catch that on the feed, but yeah, man, K-Taco's been going crazy.
There's two battles already going on. No Straight is battling Argon right now. No Straight from last season. I do remember that name.
Oh, No Straight was the winner of our solos from last season, and all eyes are on him for sure.
Definitely looking at No Straight, especially after the insane performance that he handled in solos. He did a really great job. So I'm excited to see. Oh, here we go. Now we're talking.
Argon, one of the final players in the circles that we watched last week. Speaking of which, that's crazy. 1v1 in the final circle there. Just slipping away from No Straight at the last second there with only a few hits left on him. But Scotty now getting picked up into a combo. Scotty doesn't know. Scotty, get out of there.
Scotty's getting caught up. Goes for a couple of flares. Oh, no. We're going to switch over to Trago.
Oh,
looks like he's going to be able to throw one down. Beautiful pull up. Goes for the slashes, and just like that, hold on. Wait a minute. Uh-oh. Wait. Uh-oh. Oh, no. The shield is already gone. Trail's in trouble. They're in trouble. Trago, don't get caught up out here.
It's anybody's guess who could go down right here. Wow, that's so bold. Trying to get a heal right there, but Trago getting caught with the toothpick. Trago goes down. What a turnaround. That player only had one hit left. Motion sick. 1 HP. Clutch turnaround. You got to be feeling so good if you're motion sick right now. That was insane.
This is the fun of Naraka, knowing that even though you might be 5, 10, 20 HP, there is still a chance for a comeback. There is still a chance to catch the opponent slipping. And if you catch them just good enough, it might be their last time fighting you.
I mean, 1 HP clutch especially against a player of Trago's caliber. Trago is an incredible 1v1 player. We've seen him innovating nonstop left and right, and he's just so good with Matari's movement too. So to be able to turn it around like that, motion sick has got to be feeling so good right now. Like riding a high right now. Somebody we should watch out for this game.
That's a clip for sure. That's a clip for review later for them to be like, yo, that was nice. You saw that?
Bum over here doing some focus canceling. Oh. Nice parry, canceling the up or catching that tiny little window. That was changed recently. Looking to cash in on this bounty with the yellow greatsword, doing a ton of damage. All he needs is one clean hit, and he's going to put Hotties into a tough spot. It's got the mustard for quick swap to get the finish.
So talk to me, Odin, during this fight. What's with the what's with the changes? I know you just said that there's been some changes in the game recently.
Yeah, so the toothpick combo has lost a bit of its consistency there, and there is a small gap where certain characters can get escaped. So, like Bum right there, you just saw using the parry, the Tarka parry to use some iframes to get out of that
beautiful
combo.
Blocks.
Yeah, really. Ooh, nice. He's clashing with the energy wave. Ooh, into the uppercut. Hottie goes down to the huge damage from the gold greatsword. Not a weapon you want to get hit with. Rose.
Beautiful defense, though. The defense of blocking all of those strikes were, I mean, in certain situations like that, a lot of people are really great at dodging, but being able to go straight direct and go for blocks and defense as much as possible is also very, very impressive. Knowing the timing that you have to hit for the defense in order for it to ricochet is just, it's incredible.
Speaking of which, Rose also using the defense of that greatsword to go clashing with the longsword here.
There goes the chase.
He already used his F, and he does not have the interrupt on. Huge damage on the right click.
Huge hits, and Rose gets down from rebirth. And just like that, Rose says, see you later. This is my game.
Daldir getting the uppercut on Numza and catching him. Nice tech chase there, dodging forward to catch him. Daldir, one of the crowd favorites. We see his name constantly in chat. Just quickly sliding in, picking up kill, dodging out. Now gonna maybe look to reassess the situation. No, maybe just taking off.
Looks like they might get a free pick and just said, you know what, I'm gonna keep moving. Day has definitely been a fan favorite. Anytime when I see Day, a lot of people in chat show love and support, and I love seeing the supporters of their teammates and people from chat, you know, supporting and standing there. Oh.
Frosty landing that 1F, doesn't get the bubble follow-up, but this is huge for him. All he needs is one more hit. A nice grapple follow-up is all it's going to take, and Trick is on the back foot here. Has to hold the zone coming in too.
In the storm, no!
That's it. Oh, you hate to see it. The storm shows up at the worst possible second. He was actually maybe going to get out there, but it's so hard to deal with when you're that low because you have to constantly gamble with the focus attacks and hope that your opponent isn't expecting you to actually commit to it.
Major hits coming in. Ken is being, oh no, but here comes the what? Okay, so what is the name of this move? I've seen this so much, and this is like one of the biggest defenses when it comes to this character.
So I'm gonna sound a little bit like a noob as a caster because I actually have no idea what it's called. I've always just called it the F. And the funny thing is, one of the guys that I played trios with at the start of the game was playing Yorihime, so it's kind of
so
I have no
broken.
excuse. It's so good. It's such a powerful move, and look, Saiken was on. I mean, no health,
beautiful
no
hits
armor.
on the crossbow.
Nice shot.
Ken is able to get the kill from the crossbow. Beautiful shots at the end there.
Mime?
Oh, here comes the third party.
Mime getting picked up in the third party. Oh, nice. Okay, Milk using the Valda F to break out of that free combo again. Moves with hyper armor, very good at dealing with this type of thing. Using the ult to suspend the opponent. Yep, trying to get that heal off. Very nice. Now gonna disengage.
And the storm is upon them, which means that they're either gonna have to fight this out or keep moving forward. No, there goes the downwards attacks from the spear. Spears are fast. The spears are quick.
Spears are dagger.
Milk is out. Oh, the dagger. Wow.
That's a spear. A dagger. That's the same thing. He did get the gold focus was really clutch there because he got the grapple into the gold focus there, and we've talked. Man, Rune has always talked about how crazy Ketsu is with the dagger, and I think other people have been watching Ketsu and picking up on how powerful the dagger actually is. The dagger was a week 1 ban when the game first came out in in-house games. Terran's getting picked off right at the last second before the Titan's call saves him. Yeah, the dagger was a week 1
timing on
ban.
that attack too.
Yeah, that was really nice. Having the awareness to realize that he was going for it and not try to dodge out, knowing that he could kill him there.
Oregon, another favorite. I do remember seeing this name. I remember seeing some of their plays. Absolutely insane player. Gonna try to go and see if they can get for the disengage here.
Yeah, Greatsword versus Greatsword is an interesting fight. It's a weird matchup because it's basically just two players kind of baiting each other into trying to stone form and then forcing a hand. But Rose is giving him no space. But does Rose know that Argon has a gold greatsword? Because one mistake can cost you your whole health bar.
That is very, very dangerous. And Weifu, we're running back on Weifu. Weifu getting caught very low on HP and cascaded into the air. Are they going to be able to get out of it?
Saiken charging something up, getting ready. The F coming out to save him, getting the clash, popping up a heal right now while he's sitting inside of it. But he's only going to have time to get one off before his opponent can follow up. And he only has 500 on that armor and like a tiny tick of health. Another shot in the back going to stop him from escaping. Using the rock to break line of sight.
Oh, and he's getting caught. He's getting caught in the third party. Weifu might be able to get out of here, successfully heal, and get shield off. And does.
Goddess has to be so happy that that third party showed
up.
Now it's his time to turn around and go do something about it. Saiken popping that off, trying to scare off that third party. But actually canceling.
Here comes the
really
arrows. Oh, here comes the ulti coming in. I love this character. This is definitely one of my favorite characters in Naraka. Yeah, I grind at this character. It's so much fun.
He's so fun, and honestly, the thing is, like, I didn't like his voice lines at first, but they kind of grew on me.
It's
I thought
so cool.
Yeah, he's great. He's an awesome character. I love to see Tarka representation, especially because he was considered so bad in the previous beta, but he got the changes he needed, and he's such a solid character in solos now.
He really is, especially like when you need him the most, like whether or not if you, especially with his ult too, because his ult is great for both like attack and defense. It's really great if you want to push on somebody and get like really hectic onto another opponent, or if you need him for a quick getaway when you're really low, and you can just take that, get on fire, and just start sprinting to another direction, and it's hard for people to keep up with it.
The shadow thickens.
Yeah, you have to grapple to him, and you have to use so many grapples to keep up with him because you can't catch him on foot. And the thing is, you have to be careful about that fire while you're chasing him because it adds up really quick.
Beautiful
Flash is
defense.
coming
Look
out
at that
here.
timing.
Ooh, King going through the
There goes
focus.
the parry.
King!
That's
Very
what I wanted
nice
to see
parry.
right there.
Quick swap to the
King!
spear, though. Picking his weapon back up. King, okay, this is smart from King, I think, just to go, he doesn't have an ult on deck, and his F is currently down, so I think just take a step back and heal. He doesn't know where anybody else is, and I mean, good awareness from him. He kind of had that sixth sense to know that somebody else was nearby. That third party could have came in at any moment. Still, though,
Beautiful
not
push.
going to let
Here
this
we go.
Tarka get away for free.
Round number 2.
Using
Goes the
the
defense. Is this katana on katana? This is katana on katana.
This is weeb on weeb violence right now.
I didn't feel like that. Oh no.
The stun, can he break the line of sight? He does it the last
He
second. That's
does.
huge for him because the third party's rolling up. He was dead for sure.
He's able to go for the back out, goes for the shield, and no! Gets absolutely obliterated! And just
That
like
was
that!
huge. Yuppie picking him up with the ballista. You don't see a lot of solo ballista kills, but the right time, the right place. That's all it takes. 1 or 2 shots.
Listen, it only takes 1 second, one good decision for you to go, you know what, let me go use this. He was able to catch one way out there, and especially in a very cheeky spot too, because he's right between a building and like a wall. So like being able to like catch that like right in between, that's very impressive to catch that kill.
Daldir's still rocking the white greatsword, and if you guys have been around since the start of us doing tournaments here, you know I've always been a shill for the greatsword and the katana. 2 of my favorite weapons. I love the greatsword and its mix-up potential. It's also got a lot of mind games to it, and I think one of the things people really just kind of underestimate about the greatsword is its ability to control the space around you. You can really use those slide, jump, cancel, light attacks in the air to just kind of shut down people's approaches. They're forced to come in with focus attacks, and of course that sets you up for a clash in a stone form, a parry of your own. There's so many ways the greatsword can do unique things that they're just not obviously apparent.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are close to our last 25 in this lobby. As you remember already, we're now in the multiplier stage of our scoring. So as of right now, with 25 left, we are in the 1.2 multiplier. That means that anybody that is within these gets a multiplier for their base points. And the higher we go, the higher the multiplier, higher the multiplier hits. So it's going to be a lot more important that people focus on getting these extra kills and stay out of line of sight for placement.
Yeah, so we saw a lot of that early game aggression like we discussed in the pre-game lobby there. Just picking up a few kills and then trying to make your way inward, establish some control over the zone, and maybe gatekeep people, look for weak players to pick off, check for third parties. A lot of the players that are good at this metagame just really they're flourishing.
Jotabo hiding in the bushes, and Jaxie OP is going to go out and get the shield off, goes for the slash, and was able to successfully hit that. Going upstairs, is Jaxie going to chase?
Jaxie kind of like the pioneer of the Yodahime solos, just showing off the power of that F, constantly giving you a reset. You know, we hear complaints all the time about Matari, and for a good reason, but I mean, in a similar fashion, Yodahime can kind of do the same thing with her F. And look, we got the clash of the F
there
right
it
now.
is, double Fs, just like that. Look at that. Might go and chase, but no, decides not to.
Yeah, I think he spotted Snowfall out of the corner of his eye there and just decided not to go throw himself at somebody and then end up getting chased and third party behind. Smart move from Jackson.
Yep.
Just go ahead for the reset.
Definitely smart though. That's definitely one of the things that you have to keep in mind. And here goes more invisible hiding. We're probably going to see a lot of that over the next couple of rounds. And it's going to be fun to see. Is anybody? You know what I want to see? I want to see somebody like walk towards one and just there's one already in it. That's what I want to see. That'd be great.
That actually happened in the end of the trios. I think last 2 solos ran into each other in an invis bush.
That's amazing.
So Jaxi now taking a fight over here with this other Yorihime, number 37. Snowfall still off in the distance, charging up that gold pistol. They both decide to disengage. Smart moves from both these players. That Snowfall is basically just like a deterrent factor right now. He's not actually committing to chasing either one of these players down. He does see that Yodo a little bit low in the distance. The health bar is obviously going to fall off for Snowfall, even though we can see it. So maybe losing track of him is going to give him some time to reset, but no.
Or no. Oh, but then goes the arrow. And just like that, Snowfall shield is gone.
That was a sick shot.
I'm curious how far that was. Heavy sword comes in.
Yeah, Rose in right behind him. The invis. Ooh, a little. Okay, weird choice there. Invis double dash up into the tree using the new buffed left clicks to climb up the tree a little bit faster. Snowfall pretty much gonna get out for free here. There's no way anybody's chasing him right now, right? Yeah,
listen, Odin, if it works, it works. If it works, it works.
You know what they say. If it works, it's not stupid.
If it's broke, don't fix it. And right now, they are alive. And because of that, they have a chance. Now, right now, we're in the top 20. The top 20. It has now changed. After we hit 13 to 15 players, we're now going to be hitting we're hitting 1.3 right now. Once we get to 10 people alive, we're going to be hitting 1.4 for the multiplayer for placement points. Yeah, it's definitely going to be people that's going to be trying to play smart here, and we're going to be seeing a lot of hesitancies, a lot of third parties trying to come in, but a lot of people not trying to commit to these fights.
Yeah, this is the part of the game. I mean, we're actually seeing more people alive right now than we did in the previous games. 17
Really?
on the 4th circle. Yeah, usually, I think in last week's solos, we saw a few less people alive at this point. But, ooh, man, Will 1v1 in a battle right now with player 37 here. Yuppie just trying to get some free shots off at the background, maybe find a low player to finish off with a quick combo from the Greatsword. The Greatsword has a very potent combo, right, with this grapple into the left click. If you do the left click, the swirl attack in the air, while you're close enough off of a grapple, you get a guaranteed follow-up when you land. So he's looking to get somebody low enough that purple Greatsword can finish off with that quick 1-2.
The shadow
Just wasn't able to, knowing that one of them did disappear. Doesn't necessarily know where it is, and it's definitely smarter that they disengage currently because it might end up going bad for them.
Yeah, this is actually kind of interesting. We've got a lot of geometry to break up the battlefield right now. Although it is fairly flat, there's still a lot of different things to hide behind.
Oh,
Will getting
beautiful!
shot,
Shot from King!
Will's got that advanced heal, though. Look how fast he just healed up.
That is insane, though.
thickens.
Those are beautiful shots coming in. Might be able to finish this off. Goes for the shield. Gets hit by a crossbow.
The Yodo F coming out there to try to defend, hold some space. He instantly recognizes it and backs off. The reactions on King. So fast to deal with a new person approaching. Immediately responds to that. That was amazing.
Also a good move by Jodobo being able to get out of there while they're being hit, because that could have been a really bad situation for Jodobo if they didn't back out of that.
Yeah, this is why you see these players at this final circle. They're good at controlling their little slice of the final zone and then challenging people, quickly disengaging when they need to.
Oh,
Jodobo getting a huge parry on the King, though.
King's getting caught!
King switching to the purple katana isn't going to be enough, though. No!
But it doesn't matter!
Jodobo! Are you kidding? That was disgusting.
Wow! Good try for going for the stun, but it doesn't matter. It looks like Snowfall is also caught in a situation, too. Is Will going to be able to successfully do? Goes for the dagger down.
Yeah, he's trying to land that.
I think they know where they're at.
Snowfall now stuck
brings
in a
him
weird
back down.
situation. This is tough. Jaxi behind, though. He might slip in and steal this kill if he's not careful. Kuka thinking the same thing. Kuka does slip in and steal that kill on Snowfall. Will's got to be pissed.
I love how Jaxi just was like, hey, y'all mind if I go do this real quick? Hold on, let me get this, let me get that, and then just dips. Like, just hey, y'all go fight. I'm cool. I'm gonna just go over here.
He just gave him, he's from the Midwest. He gave him the, I'm just gonna scoot right by. I'll see ya. I'm out.
I'm just gonna go
what was
that way.
Somebody just got knocked out of the tree. We just saw it land on their back right next to UP.
That is unfortunate.
That's hilarious. Oh, we see Argon
is
low in the
unfortunate.
background there. Daldir chasing him down, looking to pick up the kill, but Sly J restringing the bow there, hanging up on the corner, or loading up the musket.
Multipliers just went up. We're on top 12 alive in this final circle. A lot of ground to cover, but also definitely have some good defenses, lots of trees, lots of rocky areas. The last couple of times that we've seen some final circles, they've been on just straight plains of just nothing, like barely any trees. And then sometimes we just get nothing but whole mountainsides that people are just trying to stay up at the top. And some people are just getting knocked off each time. So this is an interesting circle.
Yeah, what I like about this zone is that we've got kind of like the two echelons here, where Will is down here chasing Syken, and now a third party coming in.
Behind him.
Oh, the F coming out. Another heal. We see the Yoda Hime popularity increasing in solos due to the power of this skill, shutting down the chase like that. Will dashing through the wisp from K-Taco there, was looking to pick it up, but no combo. K-Taco, this signature movement from him. He comes in with the wisps, looks for something. If he doesn't get it, he just dips out. He's like, all right, I'll try again in a few seconds.
K-Taco's a little dirty, I won't lie. He comes in. Oh, there goes the ult that pops out. He says no, backs out of that.
He's got
Smart
to reset
move
on the
from
wisps.
Will.
Yeah, he's got to reset on the wisp because of the wall there. Syken now
Oh,
looking to break
Jotabo!
up this fight. Oh, the Flamer. This is going to do so much damage.
Flame bringer. He's going to chase that. He knows that they're close. He knows that they're close to being down. Watches the defense. Is also smart. Goes for the sprays.
There's only 12
And
people
still
left alive, and
decides.
half of them are fighting in this one little spot. Syken now picking up a hit on the Will. The ult coming out.
Oh, here comes the ult. A lot of dodges from Ken. Good job on the dodges here. Look at the dodges.
That was
coming
clean.
in. Will wasn't able to get a hit.
Jaxi and Syken teaming up with the flamethrower there. Dragat landing a nice Dragon Rush into the Nessus Might. Now connecting with the Blackout Vulcan. This is a lot of damage. You got to be careful.
Beautiful defense by Ken. Really impressive. Just even knowing that 3 people are on this one person is able to get all of that defense and stay safe, even with the large spinning. Like, that's insane.
Dragat doing something very interesting there. He was actually using the shoulder. Oh, 1 hit left on K-Taco. Anybody could pick up that kill if they just turn around and look at him. Look at him be flying through the air right now. He's 1 HP. Dragat, though, I want to talk real quick about that. He was using the ult, just constantly popping those elbows to drop the fire spots. Daldir does pick up the kill on the K-Taco there. We see that on the feed. But Dragat, yeah, you dropping those fire fields to kind of discourage people from chasing him while he was healing up. You run through those fire fields, you take some damage. Just a little defensive maneuver there from him. Nice to see it.
Top 10 as of now. The circle is closing in slowly but surely, and I'm seeing some very noticeable names already. We see Jaxi, we see Jotabo, we see Day, we see some good top tier names from the first season coming in and absolutely slaying, putting up some numbers, and they're still not done. Big ups to Ken over here,
has
though.
the wave roll. This is actually huge for him. It's kind of hard to lock down a player with wave roll. He's smart. He's just using that dodge to dip around. He's kind of he's like Sonic over here. Argon getting shot in the face right as he hits that sword uppercut. What an exchange.
Argon's like, where did you come from? And no! Oh, gets hit by the grapple, but is able to dodge before they actually can come through with the impact hit, but still gets impacted and goes out of circle.
This is huge.
They get back in.
He actually managed to dip into the bush to get a heal here. This is where it gets tough. So this zone is really interesting because the fog actually limits your ability to see, and it does make a difference at this distance. Jaxi picking up a kill on the hero there, looking like he's going nuts with that ult, as he is known to do in these final circles. Following the F to get that heal. Got the gold armor.
He's able to successfully get back on that shield, and there goes the Flamebringer throwing in shots on Argon to try to see what they can do here. 71 left on the Flamebringer. Being smart with the last pushes. Argon is so lit. All Jaxi has to do is get 1 more. They're so hurt. That's a free point.
That was so close. It was like a single frame dodge frame that actually saved him right there. Daldir picked up another kill onto Argon, did finish him off before he was able to get out and heal. Tough to get any kind of recovery going when you're in a circle this small with players this good.
Especially with only 1 tree left. After this, it's just nothing but open field and open grass. And it's going to be an absolute, I'm calling it right now. I think Jaxi might win it.
Jaxie definitely a strong contender.
think this is-
Jotabo here with 3 kills. I haven't seen anybody with the that big 13 that you were calling out, but who knows? There's 6 players left alive. Somebody could make it happen, and if anybody's gonna do it, it could be Jackie.
Oh! Jaxie and Ken gets absolutely yeeted out of circle. They have to hurry up and get back in. Jaxie is so lit. Goes for the F and goes for the recovery.
This is so
Ken and
huge in the
Jaxie's
final
just buying
zone.
time. A lot of impact is going on. Jotabo is hurt. Goes out of circle. Day is able to back out and get up as high as they
Syken
possibly
getting
can.
another kill with that ult. It's controlling this final zone. 3 players left alive, knocking both of them out there. But Daldir answering back with the right click. Huge slam onto Jaxie and Syken getting the kill on both. Huge win there for Daldir at the last possible second. 7 kills, first place. Oh my God, are you kidding me? Daldir, what? Tommy.
Well,
Daldir
gentlemen,
is
what a
very
game.
upset. What's
What?
How y'all doing? Slash and just all of them out. And he's like, yeah, that's me. You saw me. You saw what I can do.
Oh
Yeah,
my
I
God.
did that.
Wow,
Wow.
what a way to start off the semifinals today, huh, gentlemen?
Jeez.
I love the energy, Davi. Jaxie yeeted out of the circle, comes back in at the last second, but Daldir with the power slam double kill to close it. I mean, that's the action that we were looking
Making
for. That's
magic
what we
happen.
were talking about. Odin, break it down for me. What happened there? What a way for that to end.
Okay, so I wanted to. Okay, the Yoda Hime, double Yoda Hime in the end there, and that was insane because Jotabo actually popped his ult, and the best part about that was that Jaxie was standing inside of his F. He was like so sure that he was fine because it is a really powerful tool in those final circles. When you have very little space and literally no trees or any rocks to hide behind, all you can do is just hope nobody hits you while you're healing. The F lets you have that breathing room, but Jotabo said, what F? He popped his ult and knocked both of them out into the zone. The fact that Daldir picked up both of those kills, charging that up while he was outside the zone, didn't care to get in the circle. He just said, no, I'm letting this rip. I'm betting it all on black. That was
Now,
nuts.
well, paid off big time, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go to a break, and when we return, we'll be jumping into our next match for the solos. You're watching the Naraka Blade Point Morus Cup. We'll see you in a couple minutes.
Woo!
Too late to choose an epithet. You're more valuable to unsheath. Why do they challenge? Not the first, not the last.
The shadow.
Never see it coming. You're more valuable dead.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Naraka Blade Point Morris Cup Season 2 semifinals. I'm Nathanius, joined by Odin and Davier. We just finished up our first solo match, and things got heated, things got intense. Davi, I feel like you're going to resonate with me on this one, but when I say heated, I'm also talking about those flamethrowers. There's few things I love more while I'm sitting here watching y'all do your thing than getting to see those flames spread across the screen, people trying to get away, trying to escape. But oh man, it is a beautiful, beautiful tool to see busted out, huh?
Honestly, I'm surprised to see the amount of people that had it. That was another thing too. I was like, okay, one person I saw, then I saw two. I was like, then I saw three. I was like, oh, it's getting real dangerous out here. I didn't know more than like two people was having flame bringers like in their back pocket, just ready to go and just like
It's
just
so strong. It's like it's just such a good tool.
Yeah, and
it's dangerous.
We can keep talking as I do believe the leaderboards are ready to bring up. So for everybody curious about the way that the things went down, we saw Daldier. He had a fantastic game, 7 kills. But well, Odin, we really get to see where that point multiplier kicks in for the higher placing players, given the number of kills they have.
Yeah, Daldier coming up with 15 points. That's insane. 7 kills there. I mean, he was doing really well all game. Rose, no surprise to see Rose up at the top. I mean, the top 5 here, top 10, honestly, are no surprise. The more surprising thing, again, to talk about is people who went out earlier than that. Like, Motion Sick, after that insane 1v1 that he had with Trago, Will 1v1
no strayed,
going out with only 2.4 points. I mean, it just goes to show how insane the competition is here and how aggressive people have to be now to stay at the top with the format change there.
Yeah, and it's, Davier, I think important to keep in mind, some of those players, you're talking about a 1.5 point difference, even though they had the same number of kills. So getting that placement, but also having those kills and being able to bring them up as high with you as possible, we really get to see where it is such a huge deal. You can't just say, oh, I'm top 10, I'm happy anymore. That's not going to be enough.
Especially when you're hungry, like some of these insane players that are doing so well within the top 10. The fact that they're still even in the tight circles, if they have an opportunity to try to get that last little jab and maybe get a free kill off of them, they will push for that as much as possible, as we saw within those final zones, especially with Daldier just absolutely raining down a massive just like downward hit and just knocks 3 people, and it's just like, yeah, I did that. But also,
he was seeing dollar signs at that point. He just saw cash in his eyes.
Absolutely. I'm more excited now, especially with this next one, to see how people play. It's going to be very similar to last time when I said everybody's going to come out swinging. Everybody's gunning. There's going to be a lot of action. There's going to be a lot more aggressiveness this round, and it's going to be interesting to see who ends up in those final circles because of how aggressive people are going to play.
Yeah, totally agree. And it was also awesome. Odin, we got to see Valda come into play now, talking about some of the changes that were happening. Runekeeper was keeping me posted up in the back with all the knowledge raining down on me. But it is awesome to see, the new characters in Naraka starting to get worked in, seeing those tsunamis come by, grabbing people, holding them up with the bubbles. It's a good time, isn't it?
Yeah, early in the season, we heard a lot of people complaining about the power of all characters, Tian Hai in solos, who we now see very little of. Of course, the Bell's still very strong, but I mean, how many times have we seen the Monk get shut down before it even gets started? We saw it happen in that game. Definitely, I would say one of the weaker characters in the current meta in the 1v1s. So somebody will probably see some changes come to in the future. Who knows? But, we've got another new character coming up on the horizon, Dushan, who I am super excited about. Love that Dynasty Warriors aesthetic. The pool for these characters, as it grows, the 1v1s, the solos, and the trios are just going to get more and more exciting.
Yeah, Davier, before we get into this next game, I'm going to ask you a very important question. I need you to give me what's your over under on the number of Flamebringers we're going to see brought out in this one. Okay, what's the number we're looking at?
This one's easier than the kills.
All right, this one's easier.
For you.
All right. You know what? I'm expecting to see 2. I think we'll see less because we saw 3. I think we're going to see 2, and I think it's going to come down to I think it's going to come down to players being smart, obviously, like how we saw within the last game. But I think I think we're going to see more ults come out at the same time.
All right. Well, we're about to find out the answer to that question and many more as the second game is ready. So, gentlemen, take it away. Let's do this.
Let's make it hot.
All right. All right, Nate, thanks for bringing us in. We're going to take a look at the map here in just a second as we get ready to look at the spawns. I'm sure we're going to see a lot of the same as usual. Yep, there we go. We got a ton of people spawning in Celestra. Looks like the winery wasn't necessarily on the table this time, as we're seeing people spawn just outside of it there. Ton of action already right off rip. People picking up
Wow,
weapons, going in
definitely
for the
some
early
action
aggression.
already going down.
K-Taco already fighting with no straight.
There goes Butter Trick
What
going
is
in,
this?
throwing the slashes already. And we already seeing
was
win.
unarmed.
See, here we go. Here we
He
go.
was
This is what I was
that
talking
man
about.
was unarmed. That man was unarmed. He had no
Listen,
chance of fighting back.
Listen, don't catch me out here slipping, okay? That's the one thing that you don't want. Here comes Hardy's coming in with white shield. No strayed, trying to get away. Has
Got that
low
gold
shield.
weapon.
Do they have a gold weapon? They already have a gold weapon. No straight has been getting a lot of good vibes with these gold weapons. Getting pushed by 2 people.
Daldir looking to pick up the
Daldir
kill
goes
early
for the
on.
chase. Who gets the
They're
kill?
chasing him down. Oh wait, he teleported out. Nobody picked up the
Wait.
kill. He's still alive. Nostrate surviving with a sliver of health there.
Out. Oh my goodness, he is out. Gone. Can't see me.
Look
Can't
at his
touch
full
me.
health now. He's fine. Hotties actually saved his life there. After nearly killing him, Hottie saved his life because he wanted to deny Daldir the kill. Getting that grapple, giving him just a few frames to teleport out of there, giving him another chance at living for this game. And man, he's got to be feeling good about that. Going out this early in solos does
Seeing
not give
both
you
of
good
them
chances of
push,
winning.
seeing both of them push him at the same time was actually insane. I know that he took a hard, deep breath when they started
He was
pushing
clenching.
really hardcore. Oh my goodness.
He was clenching.
I would be too, wouldn't you?
He's gonna need a little fiber in his diet after that one.
I
Speaking
know
of
I
fiber,
would.
we got Bum over here chasing up this Yodohime up top. Just trying to get some damage out with the cannon. I like this style of play. I've always been this kind of person where I like to switch between melee and ranged. Early on in the betas when the weapon swaps were actually a little bit more reliable with the bow, with that quick shot damage, it was so good to like get somebody low and then just do a dash backwards and pick up a shot with the bow. But people have gotten so insane with movement that it's a huge risk to pull out a ranged weapon in melee range now, unless you know they're on the back foot and they're running away. So some awareness is required.
Looks like Jotable's having a tough time right here because they don't actually have grapples to use to be able to catch them. So they're trying to use their Q to try to catch up as much as possible. It looks like Potato is going to be able to get out of there. And we're live at Trago. Going to try to see if they can get some hits. Here, we saw Buddha earlier getting that down earlier. Can they get another one? Trago is getting hit. Bows out. There goes
Trick
the
picked
shield
up a kill
trade.
there. In the meantime, while Trago was actually trying to steal it, and Trick turning it around with the greatsword. Trago, a little nice movement over here, just kind of like running around on top, trying to catch Trick slipping with a full commit there, getting a heal off, going for the reset.
Low
This is a tough
durability
fight,
on their low durability on their crossbow. Try to see if they can pick something up here. They need to be able to recover. Ulster tries to go for it, but Trago is getting caught.
Was that a bait?
Goes
from
for the
Trick?
slashes, and no, Buddha's able to get the down off Trago.
Trick picking up Trago again, going out so early. You hate to see it. Trago, such a strong player. To see someone like that go out this early is a testament to the overall skill level of these lobbies. Trick, I think, actually pulled a little bit of a trick on him there. He waited for the armor swap. He saw Trago run up to that body. He waited, and then he grappled in, popped that F so that he couldn't teleport, and immediately just collapsed on him, getting a kill there. 200 IQ play there from Trick.
You know what to say. Spam it in chat. GG's, ladies and gentlemen. That is a GG. Thank you. Welcome. And good luck to the rest of the competitors. Right now, alive, 45 people still. Large circle. Everybody is still safe. A lot of stuff going on here. Live feed on Milk right now. Looks like they were disengaging. It looks like could be getting chased by Cobalt. It doesn't look like they're going to push really hard here in terms of engagement here. So let's see if they end up trying to find some more stuff. Purple Katana on them, though. Going to Kuka. Kuka's in the middle of a fight.
Yeah, engaged here. Low armor here on Jogan. Gonna have to back up, but Kuka not giving him the trying to get that grapple left click into the guaranteed combo. Getting the stone form
Beautiful
doesn't
defense.
go into it. Oh, that's huge. That overhead slam, but answering back with one of his own, swapping to the bow. Can he find the shot?
No! Can't get the shot. Beautiful defense on him.
Parry from Jorgen. That's
Kuka's got
huge.
the parry.
Swapping to the cannon. This is so dangerous for both of them. This has got to be
Both
where the
1
nerves come in.
HP.
This is where the nerves come in. The panic from either one of these players could cost them the game. There's a third party looming in the distance. Kuka going to pick up this weapon as a reward to the parry. Or actually, Kuka recovering his weapon.
The
So
recovery
close.
is able to do it. K-Taco goes for the chase on Pride GS. Ends up retreating, going back to the first fight. Goes for Vipers. We're live feed on Vipers now. Let's see if they can get caught up here. And it looks like they won't even be able to go any further. Q-Taco is going to be able to try to take him down, but no! Q-Taco gets hurt as well. Goes for the ulti and backs out.
Taco getting hit there by the gold focus from the dagger. Very good move of locking somebody down. And K-Taco actually was locking down Viper there as he was trying to chase off that 1 HP player. Looking at the feed, watching all these people go out. Hero picking up a kill on the bum. Terran's getting a kill himself. And K-Taco getting engaged on by Argon with no wisp. Well, actually, does have his wisp currently, and he does have an ult, so he can turn this around quickly.
But no shield. It's going to need to shield up.
Really
There goes Vipers coming back for the third party.
Oh, this could be huge. Viper does not have his ult, but K-Taco does. The interesting thing, though,
Hungry at me.
you can't use Tamulk ult against Tamulk. Oh, Argon
Oh
landing
my
a
goodness,
huge dagger
Argon.
combo. It does so much damage.
Oh, big right click on Vipers, but it's not enough. Argon throws down the gauntlet, gets the down, and here comes the chase. Goes for the disappearing act. Dips out twice. Goes for the grapple. Can they reach it? No!
Just barely missing.
Oh,
I think Argon's going to make it out here as these other players just disengage from him. K-Taco now forced to pop the ult, looking for the combo onto Nostrade. No, going to dip out and try to heal along the edge. Smart move from K-Taco, using that ult defensively, cutting off any approaches from the third parties as well. The zone now coming in, going to be a factor. Not that far to go, only 250 meters, but they got to break it up. The chaos in that valley now going to come to an end as all these players are going to walk out with their trophies of war.
like there goes the chases. Looks like they're gonna try to stay away from. Oh no, Nostrade's gonna go straight for K-Taco. Gonna try to see what they can do here. Nice defenses from both of them. Looking to see if they can catch the parry off of each other. Is unsuccessful, and they're gonna split off and go and try to see if they can get out of circle. No, but they might be getting back.
I feel like K-Taco was testing Nostrade right there to see what his reaction would be to the stone form, and he immediately canceled it. Saw that Nostrade went for the parry, so Nostrade's going to have to think about that next time and maybe not go for the parry right away, because K-Taco could punish him hard for it.
Especially now seeing one of them was behind him nearby, so definitely a smart move to see that. And no, there goes the push.
Look at how many people are in this one spot right now. There's like 6 people stacked up. This is a bad place to take a fight.
This is a bad place, but also it could be a good advantage for somebody too if they know how they're playing.
Yeah, Nostrade feeling pretty confident with a gold dagger. It certainly has the ability to combo somebody out super hard, and especially the ability to just finish off a low health player using those soul dashes into the right clicks. Very, very strong to dance around somebody when they're low health panicking.
Oh, and Mike comes out of the bush, out of nowhere, and slashes Nostrade. Nostrade's gonna back out and be like, nope, I don't know where you just came from, but I'm gonna go this way. That was great.
Mike actually, the person that was in the bushes and the trios was Bad Mike, actually getting a second place for his team because he managed to hide in the bush. This man knows how to use those invisibushes.
Listen, if it calls for it, sometimes that helps. Sometimes that works.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta throw a little stealth in the mix there. Nostrade getting a huge uppercut combo here, doing doing full armor and some of the HP there. This is really dangerous.
Was able to pull
nice
in.
Connection with the kick right out of the air, knocking him down, not giving him a room to breathe. Oh, but he does create some space. This is gonna give him the opportunity he needs to answer back. Charge right click, knocking him down, but Nostrade not one to sleep on it.
Waiting for the parry, unsuccessful with it. Gets a couple of slashes in, but it's not enough. Nostrade gets the down off Butter.
Look at Nostrade. He's got a gold dagger and a gold katana, and he's mixing it up using both of them. His opponents just aren't ready for this level of play.
Ladies and gentlemen, he said, I can't believe it's not Butter. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's
It is butter. It's gold everywhere. You got double butter bars. All he needs is a gold armor.
All he needs now is K-Taco. Where they at?
Jodobo now.
Jodobo.
Failure from motion sickness to try to get that full Valda quick combo. Unfortunately, this is putting him on the back foot, but it's a short cooldown. If he could just wait out 10 seconds, he might be able to use it to escape. Getting a nice gold focus on the Jodobo. The pin down dagger assault there. Jodobo, though, connecting with the katana toothpick of sorts. Force it back off here, just looking for a shot with the bow.
Oh, no. It's unsuccessful if they get the shots, and Jodobo
does get the connection finally with the charged right click. Finally catching a break there. Motion Sick looked like he was about to turn that around.
Oh, Will looks like they might be able to catch somebody else as well. Goes the dagger versus the heavy sword. Goes for the defense. Beautiful defense on both characters.
Yeah,
Goes for the
both of
back
them
off.
opting
Gonna try to see if they get the shield.
This is like watching 1v1 in houses.
This one, and it's great though. It's great to be able to see this, like seeing the 1v1s and seeing how well they're able to traverse like with the land that they have around them, but then at the same time being able to go, you know, is it worth it to continue this fight or should I back out of this?
The re-engagement there, he did land the charge right click. We're looking at Empress now eyeballing the outside of a couple players fighting. There is a bounty on the board there, Syken on the outside. One of the late game players that we saw last was I think 4th place. A lot of strong players already out, but still a lot of strong players left alive. Look at the number of players left alive. Looking back over here to Will, 1v1, following up with the dagger. Both of them low again, opting to back off to get a heal off. Oh, this is huge. He has a big health advantage now, but that greatsword could turn that into nothing in 2 seconds flat.
Oh, was able to get the hit from the ulti.
That was huge. Oh,
And he was so far away too.
that was disgusting. That was gross.
Wasn't even close. He was so far away and still was able to get the connective on both, actually. Both hits was actually incredible. No strain. It looks like they're in trouble. Frosty's going to try to see if they can eliminate Nostri out of this game.
This could be huge with those gold items on him as well. He does have ult, so he might be able to use it to get something going here, but I think he's just waiting for the F to come off cooldown, opting to heal as he knows Nostrade's invis. Kind of hard to keep track of him in this area. The shield glimmer of that pot going to give him away, though. Frosty now looking to follow up.
Is able to at least get their shield full HP. Are they going to try to go for the heal too? Looks like they are, and it looks like it's going to be pretty successful, getting it at least to 75 HP. Goes for the slashes, and here we go. Frosty is caught close to the edge of the cliff.
Yeah, the bubble's out there now. Not going to do much for him, but it does give him the disengage. Smart move from Nostrade over here to go onto this cliffside. It is really difficult to fight people on super uneven terrain like that. So... oh, Frosty gets caught with the edge of that charge right click. The damage from these gold weapons is so big, and I don't think Frosty had any melee resist because he just got melted by that charge right click.
5 ping on Jaxi right now. Try to see if they can get the finish off of Yuppie. Yuppie is actually dangerously low. No shield.
Yeah, greatsword though. It is only a gray greatsword though.
Oh,
Nice
there
parry!
goes the carry! There goes the parry!
Jaxi, though, look at how little damage Yuppie did because it's a white greatsword. Jaxi immediately throwing out the F to cancel out the follow-up. Yuppie answering no fear with that uppercut from the stone form. That's so big.
There goes the shots raining in, though, from that crossbow. Are they able to successfully do it? No.
Yeah,
Yuppie, impressive with the greatsword defense, and then at the same time able to successfully get that parry and able to get the defense to back them off as well. But it looks like Jaxi, it has no fear, goes for the push, gets him caught in the corner, and Jaxi says, "See you later. Good defense. You tried." Ladies and gentlemen, that's a GG's in chat.
Argon picking up a kill onto Syken in the meantime on the kill feed there. Snowfall now being super aggressive against this Matari. Oh, looking for the gold focus to follow up. Very common tactic to use the dagger defensively to shut down somebody's approach. You can't parry it. All you can do is dodge it. Snowfall, dangerous situation here. One more hit's going to do it. He does gets picked up. Man, Snowfall was looking huge there, but gets turned around on real fast. Mime, we see Mime right off of this is doing quite well this game as well. We see chat looking to see Mime POV. We might be able to make that happen sometime soon. Mime currently
Mime is
Kuka.
actually battling Kuka. Yes, let's see if we can catch Mime out here and see where they're at currently. Pride GS is going to try to... Looks like they've already disengaged. We see Nostrade in the background here.
Yeah, Nostrade is a scary force this game. Purple armor, double gold weapons, and using the mix-up of switching between the weapons so effectively, it's really scary to deal with right now. You see Daldir on the top there. Mime now coming in to get a piece of the action. Still chasing Kuka down. Kuka not able to get the heal off.
Kuka getting caught.
This is huge. He's going to be forced to TP when he wakes up, and he does. TP up into the air. Mime was ready for it, though. Immediately answering, catching him out of the air.
He needs to be able to get this. And just like that, Mimi is able to get the kill off of Kuka. They have low durability on their spear, so they're going to have to back out here. Let's see if they can get the repair off of it. But no, it looks like they're going to try to get 2 more hits, even though it only is so low on durability. They need to do this right now.
You want them to laugh at me?
Wow.
Mime needs to repair that spear. They need to repair that.
Oh, no. Getting shot in the back.
with a crossbow. B-Man's got to get out of there.
He just scared off Ganyu, but Ganyu immediately noticed that Mime got shot. Mime now having to dash away to try to get a heal off. Okay, finally getting a moment to get a pot. After he was just chasing Kuka for so long, he's now getting a little karma himself. As all these players look at the zone right now, there's so many people in this one spot. How does this keep happening?
I don't know. It's definitely
no straight. No straight's 1 HP. Does Mime see him?
Doesn't even know.
He has no idea he's there.
He has
He's
no
too busy
idea.
watching
Mime
the
still.
roof.
Mime still needs to repair their spear. Their spear has no durability at all, which means it's not going to be able to do much damage off of any type of impact when they attack. They need to disengage. They need to disengage right now.
Oh yeah, Mime down. Oh, this is a rock in a hard place right now. You got K-Taco above him. Ganyu slipping down in here, looking to pick up some loot maybe. A little bit low. Actually, no armor pots on Ganyu there, and very little money, so not much in the way of getting that resource stocked up, except to look for Karens. Argon getting gold focus now. The Tagger so much better this patch. Much more stable weapon, a lot more reliable. That
Seems like it's also faster as well.
It's just that gold focus is such a powerful tool because you can't parry it. So the way that you normally fight a lot of weapons with focus canceling and parry cancels, you just can't do that against dagger. It's not reliable. You have to be a little bit more versatile in the way that you approach dagger now. It certainly has its weaknesses due to its short range, and it's very susceptible to getting spaced out and then punished for poor use of the gold focus. But at the same time, if you just kind of rush headlong into it the way you fight other weapons, it can shut you down so quickly.
Oh, Will's gonna try to see if they can get a couple of impact shots here. Oh,
Wisps connecting from K-Taco. This had to be K-Taco's wisps.
Only K. Only K. I feel like only K can be able to pull that off.
Every time you see wisps, it's K-Taco. 100% of the time.
It's definitely K-Taco.
He's like one of the only people that we actually see play Tomolka in solos, and I gotta give a shout out to that because I do think Tomolka is good. But the nerf to his wind prison certainly reducing his ability to just jump on somebody and kill him. And you see that in the way that Tomolks have started to change their playstyle. They don't just use the ult defensively. Ooh, nice parry from 19 here.
All I'm saying is that if somebody's just randomly being attacked and there's actually nobody there attacking them, it's most likely K-Taco. I'm just gonna put that out there. It's K-Taco's fault.
The wisp's always coming out of nowhere.
If the Wiz is just out of nowhere, it's probably K-Taco, I'll promise you.
Man, look at this zone. This is so weird. All right, so we got 12 players left alive. Zone 4 currently closing in. Still, again, so few players left alive this late into the game. But, man, what an interesting space we've got here with this crag and the kind of valley in the middle. K-Taco now coming up behind. Low durability on that katana. Got to think about that when he takes his next engagement. He does see a couple players just opting to run to the middle. Maybe thinking about picking up the Morus that's about to spawn here. Yep, just going for the repair. Looking for a prime opportunity. This is very smart from K. Not getting involved in the mix where all these players are kind of dogpiling, just looking for a cheap kill in the chaos. K-Taco.
Oh no, don't get caught in that. Don't do that. K-Taco, don't do that. You looked a little brave there and you saw that and you almost dived in it. Don't do that.
Oh, look at that.
That's how you get caught up.
He gets the gold swap so fast. That was really nice from K-Taco, grabbing that gold swap. Jotabo picking up his purple armor after he does a little bit of damage to him. A little bit of an advantage there. Nice moves from both these players. I don't know if the flamer is in that chest because we can't see it ourselves, but we're going to find out pretty soon, I'm sure.
Somebody's going to be bringing out that Flamebringer. All I'm saying is that also we are in the top 11. Daldir is being pushed right now. Going to try to see what they can do. Getting caught also in the middle. It's like this player's going to be able to back out of this. Play it smart. Go for shield. Ladies and gentlemen, we are confident. 11 alive, which means we have now hit the 1.4 multiplier within the standings for placement points. So the higher we go...
K-Taco popping that ult, maybe trying to catch it. Okay, there's a teleport coming up from those trades. He goes to the top of that. He actually jumped out and over the top of the wind prison. That was huge. I don't think I've ever seen somebody actually teleport out and over. They usually just teleport through, but I think he was stuck on the wall there and didn't have a choice.
Listen, only K-Taco.
I see chat wants to see a K-Taco versus Mime final circle here. They want to see that 1v1 come down. We'll see what happens. So many strong players here. 19 has been looking so strong this game. Daldir, not one to be counted out, the winner of our last game, but getting comboed by 19 right now. Man, he's on a tear with this dagger.
Galdir is getting pulled in. Galdir, don't get caught up. Run. It looks like he was able to at least disappear. He doesn't even know where Galdir is. Looking everywhere.
K-Taco picking up a third kill onto Will 1v1 going out there on the feed. K-Taco controlling the top of the zone, looking to pick up Daldir, who actually managed to give him the slip up and down that tower to get the heals off Daldir. Back to full health. King Cobalt low here. Gotta look out.
Oh,
K-Taco
there it is, the Flamebringer. There's the first of it.
Look at the damage. And of course, the Dot 2 Pride is in a lot of trouble here. K-Taco.
Oh, K-Taco wants to take this kill.
Yeah, he unfortunately jumps into the clash from the stone form. But he's burning him alive. Sly though, the one to pick up the kill on the Kin Cobalt at the last possible second. These people are vultures. You can never be sure you're going to get the kill until you've already swung. Jodaba picking up Pride GS as well.
Oh, there it is. That's what I want to see. Sly with a beautiful parry. Goes for the hits. Is they able to get out of there? It looks like they're successfully able to. But they are so
from
low.
19, that was so sick. Did you see the reverse slide cancel right there? That was so nice.
I
Actually
love
saving
it.
him. He actually, that was so clean. He dodged a hit clean with that backwards slide. Oh no. K-Taco didn't see him. He just walked up and charged that for free.
And it looks like from what we've seen on the feed, it looks like Mime is out. Already been eliminated.
Look, this is a very interesting zone with this this kind of like little stone wall to break up the line of sight in the middle. This is definitely going to give us a little bit less chaotic zone. K-Taco though looking to pick up the kill on the nose trade. One more connection is all it's going to take. Nose trade teleporting out, but K-Taco trying to ignore this new opponent who does actually snipe Daldir. Daldir just sniped Nostrade out of the sky. No, Nostrade getting away here. K-Taco losing track of him in the chaos.
K-Taco's trying to figure it out. Goes back for Daldir. Goes for a nice few slashes here. Tries to take on Sly J.
Nobody is parrying K-Taco. He's just getting away with these. He's letting him rip for free.
Kind of impressive though that K's been alive for this long.
Yeah, he's known to be a pretty good. Oh, wait, is he going to pick up a double here? He does. He finally picks up Nostrade, and he gets one more player low. Daldir at the top of the hill. Maybe going to die here. The Wisp's not connecting as it's just a weird angle.
Sly J misses that downward. Daldir's caught. Gonna try to see if they can go for the disappearing act. Is able to. Are they able to get the kill using the crossbow? He's gonna look everywhere. Try to get the aiming down, but no, it's unsuccessful.
Daldir gets picked up by Sly J, who was waiting at the edge there. Daldir going out there in 6th place.
Top five. We've hit 1.5 on the multiplier for
the
placement.
Big win prison. Big win prison there for K-Taco. Going to hang out on the edge of it to heal here. That was huge. That was certain death if he didn't have the ult on hand right there.
Big call. Big smart plays here. Like I said, we're going to see a little bit more ultis coming in towards the final circle. And I'm glad that... Oh, here comes Flamebringer. Bringing out the Flamebringer towards the end. Low durability here. They're going to need to be careful with these next couple of strikes.
Yeah, K-Taco...
They have extra.
Does have a weapon on the ground there if he wants to switch to the Greatsword. Maybe see if it's got higher durability. It is Blue Greatsword, but certainly very strong weapon as we saw Daldir show off in the final circle last game. K-Taco, this is dangerous because he has nowhere to sit and heal. He just has to space everything out and hope he can find a spot. Number 19 about to go out there as he gets caught in the katana right-click charge. Finally gets taken out by K-Taco, who takes him out with the flamer, but answered back from Sly J as he knocks him out of the zone, and K-Taco going down.
Sly is on a 3-kill streak. Is able to get 3 eliminations within the last couple of seconds here. Let's see if Sly can finish this off in style.
Oh, huge uppercut launching them into the zone.
Circle.
Sly J leaving them both with 1 HP. This is his game. Sly J connecting on Chotopo, getting the kill. Sly J, what a madman. Holy crap. What? Sly J.
Whoa. Whoa.
The madman.
That was so sick.
Sly J said, "This is my game. You guys out. See you later."
That was disgusting.
Oh, I love the way that you put it. Left them both weak, and then just comes in like with the scythe, gets the coins. Like, I've got my harvest. I'm ready to go and take this dub somewhere nice. But what a way for the solo rounds to come to a conclusion, huh, Odin? Good stuff.
I lost audio for a second there, Nate, and I think
Me
I don't know. I lost audio because I thought I was just losing my mind. That was this double uppercut from Sly J was so sick, and he immediately launched them both into the zone with that left click, and it almost killed them. That was almost the end of it, but he secured it as they had no options but to TP back into the zone, chasing them down, hunting down those kills. Davi, is this your new favorite player? It's got to be. That was the sickest thing I've seen.
I honestly, like, that was the dopest thing. Like, just slowly just like creeping in just little by little with like all of these like players just surrounding, and then all of a sudden he gets to the last couple and he's like, all right, it's go time. Slash, sling, done, finish, 2 sent out of circle, and he's like, yeah, this is mine to win, baby. Great work, GG, Sly J, GG's.
Yeah, Sly J cutting it up and doing a phenomenal job there. As we get to see, we are waiting for the leaderboards to get updated so that we can show you them before we move on to the trios. And of course, Dabier Runekeeper is going to be coming in, so I need to hear all your thoughts. I need you to just get everything else out for me. How did you feel about these solos? What's your takeaway? And is that enough to put Sly J on top of these leaderboards, or close enough?
I definitely think it puts him at least top 5. It has to. Like, after that game, in terms of how well that is, I definitely think that's a top 5 contender for sure. I love K-Taco. It's K-Taco's fault. K-Taco's definitely one of my favorite players for sure to watch. Just seeing him he's a chaotic neutral player. Like, and I love it. I love that he just loves these third parties. He throws in a couple of little attacks here and there. He'll focus on one if he knows he's in a good space. But I love the dirty plays from K-Taco. He's definitely one of my favorites to watch for sure.
The dirty plays. You know what? Speaking of like doing the third parties, he's really good under pressure too when he's getting third partied. And he's so good at holding on to that ult until he really needs it. He's always got the clutch ult, never wasting it. I never see an ult from K-Taco and I'm like, he probably could have used that better. It's always at the perfect moment.
Yeah, a perfect moment indeed. And what else but to find out who is on top, we were talking about how everybody had done on Sly J with that dub. He is in 3rd place on our solos leaderboard. Dabier, see, Dabi just knows. He just knows.
What I tell you. What I tell you. Listen, when you come into this with a lot of fire, exactly how Sly J just pulled off, that was insane. I looked at that, and especially with these last couple of kills that he did, that was 100% a top 5, especially with the amount of people that was going off. Listen, a lot of people played well. They played smart. They was able to get some kills, but being able to get that multiplier, that 1.6 on top of the extra kills at the very end, that has to be a top 5.
Yeah, beautifully done. And of course, big congratulations to Jotabo, who with all of his kills managed to take the overall lead in points. So with that being said, we're going to go to a break. And when we resume, we'll be back for the trios portion of today's broadcast. I'd like to give a big shout out. Awesome to have you back with us today, Dabier. And we're going to see you next week at the finals. So don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, he'll be bringing the hype and the pizzazz. But for now, we're going to go to that break. And when we return, Runekeeper will be back for some trios action. We'll see you there.